Salutations, people of the internet. I am finally back from a long break from doing any YouTube, and mostly that was because I had SAT and AP testing and AP classes going on, all of which made me have basically no free time. And the free time I had, I used to try to block out all of the horrific memories of so much school, so much stress. Anyway, but now I am on summer vacation, which means I should be able to bring almost daily, or hopefully I can keep up with making daily videos over the course of this summer. And I decided to start off with Spintires, just so I can have a game that's usually pretty monotonous, but a little bit more interesting than farming simulators, so I can talk the whole time while I just play a game that I'm relatively good at and I don't have to dedicate a lot of concentration to, so that I can explain all that will be happening, has happened, and changes to the channel I'm planning. So, first major change, of course, is the fact that there is a channel now. It's not just occasional every 2-week videos. Secondly, trying to have a lot more enthusiasm. Stop trying to be so uptight with avoiding showing emotion. Trying to play video games like Spock. I'm also going to be including a little summary skit at the end of each video to try to explain what all I got done during the course of the video. Hold on. I need to check I'm going the right way. I'm not. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and turn around. So, I'll explain how this game works some other time, but right now I just am using it as a backdrop for this kind of almost podcasty type thing. All you need to know right now is that I'm trying to head towards those black circles you saw on the map to get rid of them. They're the cloaking points. And it's like the towers in Assassin's Creed or other EA games where... Well, not EA games, crap. What are they called? It's not Bethesda. There's some studio developer that makes games where you commonly have to unlock a map. Anyway, it's like that. You have to unlock the map to figure out where you're going, and they've made updates to the game so that those are not in the same position I remember them in, so I drove off in the wrong direction. But back to business. Going to include a little summary thing at the end of the video, and that is going to be hopefully a little skit. So I'm going to have a character, and I'm going to explain what happened in that episode, and like lessons I learned, little tutorial bits, like never drive into a river without the correct size truck, for instance, in this game. And I will include those for people who are involved with, school or work, or just don't have the time to watch the whole video but would still like to know what all happened. And I'm going to include all of that at the end of the video, so you can just skip to the end, get the good stuff, the nice summary for all of you attention deficit people like myself, and hopefully that'll help people keep better up to date on the videos that they might not be completely interested in. In other news, I'm going to be bringing multiplayer content to the channel with games like Minecraft and Besiege, once Besiege makes its multiplayer publicly available, because that's an update in the works right now. Scheduled for Q3 of this year, which should be over the summer, if I'm thinking correctly. Yeah, that sounds right. 3-month intervals makes quarters. And yeah, okay. So it should be this summer. Besiege is making an update with multiplayer. I'll be covering that. probably covering Planet Side 2. Single player, I'll be playing some Subnautica once that game has an ending, because they're real close to having there be a finale. And so I kind of want to play the game once there's a way to end it. And also doing Space Engineers once they have some... Ooh, almost broke the diff there. Gonna do Space Engineers once they have some multiplayer updates to make that a bit more stable. And as for Farming Simulator, I'm going to be explaining a lot more of why I'll be doing what I'm doing, so that it's not so much monologuing, or I guess narration, you know, oh, I'm driving a tractor now, hitting a button to make a thing, do a thing, look at this thing go, wow, isn't this entertaining? I don't think it's entertaining, and that's part of why I'm making the change. And that's another thing about the direction of the channel I'm trying to make, is a channel that I personally would want to watch, because there's some things that I want to see on YouTube but am not able to find, and so I will be the change I wish to see in the world, and hopefully that's entertaining for all of you as well as me. Will hopefully make editing these videos less monotonous too, if I'm actually interested in my own content. Though hearing yourself talk is always weird. I think someone's calling me. I will answer that in a moment. Oh boy. They're gonna be... Anyway. Like I said, don't drive your truck into a river unless it's big enough. Taking some damage, but we should make it out of here okay. Just did it. I knew there was something else I wanted to talk about. I've recorded basically this episode talking about the changes to my channel 3 times now. I tried making 2 Farming Simulator episodes, but I kept forgetting to hit record on the gameplay. And so it was just audio with no game in the background. And that's awful. So I have re-recorded it, made it the same mistake again. So I'm like, fine, I'm doing a different game. So now I'm playing Spintires. I forget what got me started on that. Now I'm on a tangent. Ugh. Think. Words. Changes. Summary. Introduction. Oh, I'm also going to try to strike more of a balance between tutorializing and just playing the game, because I realized that, as a friend pointed out, I am, on my earliest Farming Simulator videos, just kind of saying, oh, I'm pressing such and such buttons, but I'm harvesting, like as if everyone knows what harvesting is, or how to do it, but just not what the buttons are. You know, I had this awkward balance. Wasn't even in balance, it was horribly out of balance. And so I'm going to try to be bringing that balance back and point out in the video, oh, here is a part that is kind of tutorial-like, or here is a part that is based more on strategy. And I'll try to keep those parts separate so that they don't get so awkwardly intertwined. Like right here, I'm avoiding talking about how to play the game at all, because what I'm focused on right now is just explaining news for the channel. I'll make other videos on this game sometime later, but for now it's just fun to drive around and explain what's going on with the channel while something is going on in the background. Even if you don't know everything about that thing that is happening. In other news, multiplayer, new videos, daily videos, falling asleep on me. And that's probably a good thing. I've probably talked about all there is to talk about. If I haven't, I will include more in the text format while editing, and I'll include that at the end here. But for now, just enjoy some more driving footage.